Welcome to my New Japan Pro Wrestling Destruction in Kobe review, the last Destruction show of the tour in 2018. As the 9-match card is over, it's time for my review. As we have a Young Lions opening contest, Yuya Uemura versus Yota Tsuji here. As a couple of headlocks, they get into a chop battle. Uemura hits a beautiful dropkick though. They gets a 2 count. Yota Tsuji hits a running dropkick on him. Tsuji gets a Boston Crab locked in, but Uemura hangs on long enough not to tap out for the time limit draw. Nice little thing there, the Young Lions. They want to make sure that they're on a level playing field. They see a lot of time limit draws with them. You try to make sure they're not above one another. They're at the same platform. They're at the bottom. So that's great stuff there from New Japan for the Young Lions. They're going to little showcase on the big show. The crowd popped for them a bit. And, next match, we have Shota Umino and Ren Narita taking on Sho and Yo. Narita and Umino both wanting to start this off. They kind of pushing each other back and forth. I'm going first, and the other one go no, I'm starting off. But then ends up being Ren Narita taking Sho starting off. Shoulder block spot where no one moves. Great gut wrench suplex from Narita. Makes the hot tag. The Umino double middle rope drop kick from Umino onto Sho and Yo. That crowd was hot for pretty much this whole show here in Kobe. I hope they run Kobe more often. Hopefully they have a future show in, a New Beginning show, or even a Best of Super Junior show, or even a, G1 Climax show. I hope they come back to Kobe. The crowd deserved a little bit more than just a Destruction show. As, not that it was a bad Destruction show. I mean, it could be a lot worse, but nonetheless, though, Boston Crab from both Narita and Umino, as Yo gets to the ropes, breaking it up. Narita counters a suplex into a small package. Yo kicks out. Goes for a couple of more roll-ups. Yo kicks out of them. Yo hits a super kick followed up with a Falcon Arrow, and Sho and Yo get the run. Surprised most of the match's offense was Narita and Umino. Crowd was into it. Narita and Umino again. And them impressing me more and more. I have very high hopes for them. I think they're going to kill it again. I'll say it again. I said it throughout this whole tour. They've been really impressive so far in their Young Lions stage of their career. Next match, Tiger Mask 4 and Jushin Liger taking on Yoshinobu Kanemaru and El Desperado. The ultimate dick move from Suzuki Gun and Kanemaru and Desperado attacking Liger and Tiger Mask on the ramp during their entrance, interrupting Liger's music. Those bastards. This fucking theme is so awesome. As once they get actually into the ring, Tiger Mask fights off both men. As they were just beating the shit out of them with chairs on the ramps the whole time, but they finally got back into the ring. Shote from Liger on everybody. Just shoteing fools left and right. Crucifix from Tiger Mask on Kanemaru gets the win. Nothing too crazy of a match. Tiger Mask 4 though gets the pin. 3 shows in a row. Ain't that just a bitch though? I mean, he is on fire with these tag wins. As a Lion Mark 8-man tag for the next match, Hiroshi Tenzan, Tochi Kojima, Yuji Nagata, and Manabu Nakanishi taking on Ayato Yoshida, Raisuke Taguchi, Tomoaki Hanma, and Togi Makabe. Kojima chops in the corner on the Hanma. I love those machine gun chops. God bless Kojima. As Nakanishi and Tenzan give Taguchi the business, they just kind of showing them their heavyweight strength on Taguchi. Yoshida and Nagata had some good sequences there. As Saito suplex from Yuji Nagata onto Ayato Yoshida gets the win, as they've had some back and forth matches on the Lionsgate Project shows. That was awesome. They got a little nice ending sequence there, as I enjoyed it. As a rematch between KS and Best Friends, the next match, as they start on the outside. They throw Beretta into the guardrail. Davey Boy Smith Jr. hits 2 German suplexes, looks for the third one. Beretta lands with his feet. Makes the hot tag with Chucky T. Tandem dives some Best Friends, though they get caught by KS with some uppercuts. Chucky T saves Beretta from a suplex and hits Lance with a double team suplex. Springboard tornado DDT from Trent. I love a tornado DDT. Not a whole lot of guys do it anymore, but Trent does it a lot. He does the springboard, he does the running off the dude tornado DDT, and just the regular one off the turnbuckle. Man, he's a fan of the tornado DDT. As Lance hits a choke slam on Beretta, he kicks out. KS bomb on Beretta, who somehow has the strength to kick out at 2. A lackadaisical cover leaves Trent enough time for a roll-up after the kick out on Lance for the win. The best friends steal one here. It is looking like we might see a rubber match after all at Fighting Spirit Unleashed. I think the crowd will be more receptive than the Japanese crowd for these. Because, obviously, I don't think best friends are very much over so far with the Japanese crowd, which, here they're in America, they're a well-known established tag team for the past, about 6 years now, probably, about that time. Maybe even a little, about 4 years, I'll say. Yeah, that's about 2014, so I'm sure the crowd in America would be much more receptive for the rubber match. Next match here, LIJ vs. Suzuki Gun, 6-man tag. Minoru Suzuki, Zack Sabre Jr., and Taka Michinoku taking on Tetsuya Naito, Evil, and Sonata. Suzuki Gun jumpstart the match during their entrances. Paradise Lock on Taka from Sonata, of course, just like the previous show. Suzuki and Naito go into the crowd. Strike exchanges from Suzuki and Naito once they get back into the ring. Naito hits his flying forearm. Triangle choke from Zack Sabre Jr. Suzuki Gun just doing combinations on the Evil. Suzuki has to save Taka from a magic killer. STO from Evil onto Taka, though, gets the win for LIJ as Suzuki starts hitting young boys on the ramp with chairs. As hopefully that's the end of the LIJ Suzuki Gun saga, at least for the next couple of shows. I'm sure once King of Pro Wrestling's card gets announced, there'll be a goddamn 8-man tag on that card, but one can hope for the best. As the co-main event, Bushi versus Kushida Junior Heavyweight Tournament matchup here, as starts off with a strike exchange for both the men, as Kushida turns Bushi into a pretzel for a bit, until Bushi's got to roll to the ropes to get out of it. And what may be the dumbest apron spot of all time here in New Japan, Bushi does a backcracker onto Kushida on the apron. Whoever thought of this spot is a fucking idiot. First of all, when the guy who's taking the move has the safer bump, it's fucked. Like, it shouldn't be done. Just a waste of a move. Hopefully someone gave somebody the Iggy watching that backstage, like, hey, maybe tell those guys not to do that again because it's fucking stupid. As a superplex from Kushida, though, back into the ring, as Kushida kicks the shit out of Bushi some more. Some kicks to the chest. Kushida goes for the roll-through, leap-up, jump cutter. Gets caught, though, with Bushi's MX. That was actually a really awesome spot. Canadian Destroyer from Bushi. Kushida has the hoverboard lock. Bushi missed him. Does a backslide. Kushida somehow kicks out at 2. I thought that was it for sure. Kushida hits 2. Back to the Futures, picking up the win. Decent little match. No complaints besides the dumb apron spot. Sure, part of me, I did want to see Bushi get the win and maybe go on to win the tournament. But, Kushida, he's fucking great. So there's nothing really not sour about it at all. As a main event, and of course, match of the night, Kazuchika Okada vs. Hiroshi Tanahashi for the briefcase for the main event at Wrestle Kingdom. Crowd in Kobe behind Tanahashi to start this off. Minority of the crowd was starting to get a Okada chant, but that died down pretty slowly. Slingshot tope to the outside by Tanahashi, which Tanahashi immediately grabs his knee and Red Shoes has to help him up. Helps him back into the ring, which Okada then capitalizes on, focusing on Tanahashi's knee for the rest of the match, too, and crowd start booing Okada for the cheap tactics, for the, focusing on an injured body part. Tanahashi tries to fight back, goes for a twisting crossbody from the middle rope, but Okada gets out of the way. Okada tries to dropkick Tanahashi off the top rope to the floor, but Tanahashi hangs on, using his core strength to his advantage, hanging on. But that leaves Okada time to attack Tanahashi's knee some more. A figure 4 leg lock from Okada. Tanahashi gets to the ropes. Tanahashi hits the tombstone on the outside, taking the page out of Okada's book there. Tanahashi hits a super high fly flow. And again, that knee bothering him. Comes back into the ring though. Sling blade from Tanahashi. Okada kicks out at 2. Tanahashi goes for a high fly flow, but Okada gets his knees up. Okada hits the drop kick. Tanahashi counters heavy rain with a neck breaker. That was actually a really nice sequence of a counter. Tanahashi, for some reason, loves doing neck breakers out of counters like that. He does it off the bad luck fall, does it off the heavy rain. He just loves that shit. I think it's just basically that's basically what a sling blade is. Just a more fancy version of a neck breaker. But, I always love that. As a great counter, though, from Tanahashi, he counters a knee breaker with a roll up. That gets a 2 count. Okada goes for the Rainmaker, but that gets countered to a sling blade. As Tanahashi goes up, hits high fly flow. but rolls off Okada for a second to check on his knee and rolls back on him. Okada kicks at it too. Tanahashi goes for it again, but he meets Okada with a drop kick, but he gets met with a drop kick from Okada. Tombstone from Okada, discus Rainmaker. Doesn't pin him though. Tanahashi counters the Rainmaker with a Dragon Suplex. Okada kicks out a fucking 2.99 there. Jesus Christ. That was so close. Like, literally right when he kicked out, you heard the fucking hand slip and, like, hit the mat. That was crazy. God, he's the fucking best of those kickouts, man. That was so close. As Tanahashi hits one of the craziest high fly flows I've ever seen in my life. Okada's falling off the middle rope. Tanahashi's standing on the top rope, and he jumps off right as Okada's falling off for a high fly flow. That was fucking crazy. And he gets back to his feet. Here's the top rope. Seals it with a high fly flow for the win, and Hiroshi Tanahashi gets the win. What a goddamn simple story, though. Okada just working on his knees, and just the crowd was invested. And they fucking killed it again. No surprise there. As post-match, though, what everybody's talking about, Jay White hits a Blade Runner on Tanahashi to thunderous boos, starts stomping on Okada, and takes out some young boys as well. Then Jay White throws down stablemate Rocky Romero, who's on English commentary, who refuses to give him a chair. Yoshihashi comes out to save Okada, who's a bloody mess at this point. Jay White rubs his blood all over his face, which is crazy. I have no idea how Yoshihashi got bloody. Like, I thought for sure, like, he, like, slipped and fell coming into the ring or something. Like, he got fucked up with something. I don't know if the chair caught him or what, but he got fucked up. I think he broke his nose. It looked like it anyways. As Jay White hits a Blade Runner. But Gedo, then, comes into the ring, makes the big save, grabs the chair from Jay White, and just as, Gedo has his back to Okada, hits him with a chair. That son of a bitch. Gedo turned on Okada. Oh, man. Jay White hits a Blade Runner, though, and Gedo and Jay White claim a new era is coming from New Japan. Maybe the softest chair shot of all time. But I think I love it even more somehow. It's like just Gedo, he knew he had to do it. He's leaving his golden boy for a new one. And he's leaving him for the man who beat Okada and who beat Tanahashi in the G1 Climax. The man who's on the fast rise to the top of New Japan in such a short stint. And now there's so much questioning now throughout this time till Tokyo Dome, till January 4th for the Wrestle Kingdom show. Now it's who's going to leave Chaos and join Jay White and Gedo. What's Okada think about this? Obviously, you would assume Yoshihashi is going to stay in Chaos, but who else? I would assume also Rocky would stay, but maybe one of the two from Roppongi 3K is going to leave. Maybe Yo sides with Jay White. Maybe Sho sides with Jay White, and now we have, what's their stable going to be called in Jay White and Ghetto's new stable? Is it going to be called, like, the Dark Side or some shit, or, like, usually they try to keep them to one-name factions, maybe, and I think that's what's so great about this turn, though, because everybody, I think, knew going into it that, alright, Jay White and Okada, it's going to happen, there's going to be a swerve with Jay White attacking Okada, costing the match at some point, or at least at some point, they're going to come to blows. I think most fans, especially, I'll just say for me, I felt like there was going to be a match, and there was going to be a turning point right when Jay White joined Okada in Chaos, because it just seemed like it wasn't a great fit, because the characters, they seem to have clashed just from a stylistic point, and just looking at them from abroad, it's like, alright, these two are not going to go well together. You got two alphas in that stable, someone's got to be a beta, and it happened with Shinsuke Nakamura and Okada, it's two alphas, you just got to have one main guy, and here, now we got to see the story unfold in front of our eyes. I think nobody knows what's going on, too. That's another great thing. We got caught off guard with the Gedo turn. And now we just get to sit back and enjoy it and watch. Just organically watch the story unfold in front of our eyes. And assuming, it's going to lead to a Jay White, Kazuchika Okada Wrestle Kingdom match. But I think everybody knew that going in. But now, it's a little different. Now we're going to have a Jay White with Gedo in his corner taking on Okada. And what will be, a match for the first time at the Wrestle Kingdom, and the first time ever Kazuchika Okada's not going to have Geto by his side in a big Wrestle Kingdom match. That's, crazy. The end of an era, really is. Because for me, Kazuchika Okada with Geto is my favorite Kazuchika Okada. Just being that heel piece of shit, Rainmaker kind of Americanized character, it worked so well. And he's so goddamn good, obviously. He still is so good, but especially during that run, arguably, I'd say arguably, but really, he was the best in the world. And here, he's got it's going to be a new version of Okada. We've seen it. We really should have seen this coming, though, in all honesty. Let's look. Since he lost to Omega at Dominion, how many times has Geto been in his corner? Off the top of my head, I think none. I don't think he's been in his corner. Could be wrong off that. He might have been there for the U.S. special and maybe the first 2 days of the G1 Climax. But other than that, pretty sure it's just been Okada out there. Now we get to see a new version of Okada. Is he going to keep going this kind of balloon route and this kind of crazy man route? Or is he going to change it up completely and do something new? A lot of different pieces are going to be changing for New Japan as far as this story goes. And it's very interesting. I'm sure a lot of you are excited about it, and I can't wait to see how it plays out. But that will do it for this review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Destruction in Kobe. I will catch you guys next time.